This is a short video intended to introduce you to personal pronouns and explain how they are used in sentences. If you remember back to our work in September, we talked about the roles that nouns can play in sentences. They can be the subject, the predicate noun, the object preposition, the direct object, or indirect object. One thing we didn't talk much about is that nouns can also function as adjectives on occasion. Pronouns, by definition, can do all of the things that nouns can do in sentences, as they are simply a renaming of a noun. The chart you see here lists all of the personal pronouns under the category in which they can be used in a sentence. So if you look at this first column, the subjective column, you'll see that the pronouns underneath it can play the role of subject or predicate noun in a sentence. If you look at the sentence I've written below, Jose gave Maria's puppy to Tom, you can replace each of the nouns, Jose, Maria, and Tom, with a pronoun from the chart above. And we know that Jose in this sentence is functioning as the subject, gave is an action verb, Maria is an adjective telling us whose puppy, and Tom is the object of a preposition. All of these are addressed in the chart above. So if we replace Jose gave Maria's puppy to Tom with the pronouns related to I, we would say I gave my puppy to me. Sounds a little weird, but you can see how this works. So I is the subjective form, my is the possessive form, and me is the objective form. All we have to do is look at what the noun is doing in the sentence, and we know which pronoun we need to use. I'm going to erase all that drawing now and go back to that chart. The subjective pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, who, and whoever. The objective pronouns can function as the object of preposition, direct object, and indirect object, sort of logical, me, you, him, her, it, us, them, whom, and whomever. And then the possessive pronouns, and this is what we haven't talked much about in English yet, is as far as pronouns and nouns, they can also function as adjectives, and the possessive pronouns do just that. They function as adjectives in the sentence. My, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers, its, our, ours, their, theirs, and whose. They are simply possessives. They do not take on the role of subject, predicate, noun, or any of the objective roles. Elliptical clauses are another place where we need to pay attention to pronoun use. When we use comparisons in sentence, we often use the word than or as, and we leave other words out. They're called elliptical clauses, just like if you think about a quotation where you put the dot, 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 that's called an ellipses, and clauses are the same way. They're elliptical clauses because words have been left out. And the rule with elliptical clauses is that if a pronoun follows than or as in a comparison, you need to understand what the missing words are and use the correct pronoun. That correct pronoun is almost always going to be the subjective form of that pronoun. So if we look at the examples below again, he is taller than she because she is tall. Is tall are the words missing, and so therefore it is the subject, that would be the verb, and that would be a predicate adjective. The next sentence, he is as happy as they are happy. He is as happy as they. We wouldn't say them because it's not functioning in an objective form. It's functioning as the subject of this elliptical clause. So when you're looking at pronoun use in your sentences and in your writing, your ear will be correct probably 90% of the time. But if you want to be 100% certain, you can always look at the role that the pronoun is playing in the sentence, and once you've identified that role, you'll know which pronoun to use and where it belongs.